Previously on Explorations.
But it is morning of day 3. We have a big day ahead, so we got to get an early start. So the plans are today is get across Rice Lake, and we have to get through the city of Peterborough. So that's why we're in a bit of a rush. That's why time is sort of the essence, because there is no camping in Peterborough. Either way, it's going to be a big day. We want to make sure we get an early start and get to the next set of locks for when they open. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day number 4 on our adventure on the Trent Severn Waterway. We've gone about 186 kilometers so far of our 413 kilometer total journey. We are at lock number 26 here in Lakefield. We're actually on the lower side of the lock, so the first things on today's agenda is to go up and through the lock and continue on our way. Why don't we take a look at our super serious nautical chart here, and we'll go over what we've done so far. We started our journey here just outside of Trenton, came through the Murray Canal, through Trenton, up through the Trent River, all the way along. And yesterday we started at Lock 17, left the Trent River through Rice Lake, and entered the Otonabee River, which, again, awesome. Otonabee River was awesome between Rice Lake and Peterborough. It was a great twisty river, narrow, lots of fun. And then we went through Peterborough yesterday and took us through all of these sets of locks, including the lift lock at number 21 here. And we ended the day at lock 26. So today marks another transition. We are leaving the Otonabee River and entering the Kawartha Lakes area, which is this giant area here. Lots of lakes, a lot fewer locks. So I know we've done less than half of the distance and we're already more than halfway through on time, but we're going to start putting the kilometers behind us as there's no speed limits through the majority of these lakes. There's a couple small canal sections, but we're used to that. And a lot of cool stuff to see. Hopefully we're going to stop today on Burleigh Falls, check out the falls. There's some sandbars in Pigeon Lake we want to take a look at, and lots of other cool things in the towns that are worth checking out as well. A bit of a gray morning here to start us off, but it looks like it's going to maybe clear up today. I don't think we're expecting any rain, so it should be a lovely day for our entry into the Kawartha Lakes. No? Yeah? We'll go with it. Okay, that was Lock 26 Lakefield. We are now heading onwards and upwards, as always. This canal is so cool. It's so tropical feeling. It's definitely not tropical, but it feels tropical. The sun is out, which is nice. It's super lush on either side, and it's like narrow, which I think helps with the vibe. Very, very fun. So we're coming out of Lakefield into Lake Kachawanuka, I think that's what it is. Pretty sure it is. It's a decent sized lake. We'll be on that for a little while, and then that'll take us to the next lock, which is Young's Point.
and I believe that is lock 27 or 28. I think this is the lock where there used to be 2 sets and now there's 1 set, so it kind of screws up the numbering system, but we'll find out when we get there. So next stop, Young's Point via Lake Kawartha, straight in front of us somewhere, once we get out of this canal section anyways. So, Lake Kawartha, it's a very, very pretty lake. Lots of like little islands and little narrow channels and stuff. It's very cool. The problem is you get all these open, like short little open sections followed by these little narrow channels. So we open it up for like 30 seconds, then we gotta slow down for a couple minutes, then we open it up for like another minute, and then gotta slow down for like a minute or two. It does give us time to enjoy the sights though. It is a very pretty lake. This lock's got a little store beside it, and they got ice cream. Not that I'm in the mood for ice cream, but the kids might be. Well, this place is substantially bigger than I expected. So I could get these actual chart books as opposed to our super serious chart book. What? Whoo! No thanks. Super serious chart book it is. Those who know, know. Best Christmas movie ever. Very cool spot. And the kids are indeed getting ice cream. So this is super cool. There's a church here on an island that is boat access only. I've never seen that before. I'm not a church person at all, but if I was, that's the one I'd be going to. This lake is so cool with all the little islands. This is Clear Lake, which leads into Stony Lake. I believe this gap is where it becomes Stony Lake. It's the same water level, but 2 different lake names. But you can see why Stony Lake is called Stony Lake. It's stony. At least I'm assuming that's why they call it Stony Lake. If I were naming a lake, I would call this Lake Stony for sure. Whoa, look at all the sailboats. Cool, man. Hopefully we have enough line. I can see bottom. Oh yeah. All right, Burleigh Falls. We're gonna go for a swim in the rapids. Luckily we picked the coldest day to do this and overcast. We've been hot all week and this is the first day where it's kind of cool and we're going swimming. Just hang on because it's gonna tip. It's not cold. So the plan here is go over to yon teeny tiny waterfall and there's a jumping rock. You can jump into the rapids and then the current takes you out. That's why I got my life jacket on. Safety first. It's a little bit of a ride. It's short, but it's fun. Yeah, that's Burleigh Falls. All right, next up, Loch 28 and lunch at Loch 28, which is right over there. It's like half a kilometer away, not even. All right, Loch 28 Burleigh Falls. We're having some lunch. And then after lunch, we are heading a short hop across Lovesick Lake to Loch 30. So, what happened to Loch 29? That is an excellent question. And I can show you what happened to Loch 29 just up here. So this is the old Loch 29. Or more specifically, this is actually the old Loch 28, and what is now Loch 28 was Loch 29. So you can see here where the old gates used to be, and this would have been the chamber with the second set of gates. I'm assuming up where that fresh concrete is, or it's possible it may have been a flight lock. I'm not 100% sure. I'm assuming there was a set of gates here though, just based on the way this concrete looks. But yeah, that is why there is a lock missing. You can see here the old post where they used to be able to operate the gates. Very interesting stuff. I assume back when this lock was originally built, the technology wasn't there to have these massive steel reinforced gates that we have now, so it would have been a flight lock. I'm assuming the gates were made of wood. But as technology improved, they were able to consolidate 28 into 29 and just call it 28, I guess. All right, sun's out, guns out. Well, my guns aren't, and I have a shirt on. Anyhow, we're going Lovesick Lake, Loch 30, that way. Got slightly wet on that one. A lot of boats out, a lot of wake. Good times. Especially now that it's getting hot. It's nice to get splashed every once in a while. We are coming into Buckhorn. We're on lower Buckhorn right now. Block 31 in the town of Buckhorn is going to take us up to upper Buckhorn. Who would have thought? Now this bridge, Gannon's Narrows Bridge, I'm not doing it today, but I have totally jumped off it. Now that being said, you're not supposed to jump off it, but I have totally jumped off it. So shout out to Andres, friend of the channel, whom you might remember from such videos as the Arctic Ride.
Time for snow angels, I guess. You know.
In July.
Snow angels in July. It's the perfect time.
Yeah.
Because it's way cooler to be cool when you're hot.
Yes, that Andres. Shout out to him for showing us that we can jump off this bridge that we're totally not supposed to jump off of, but we've totally jumped off of. And by we, I definitely mean Damien and Ian as well. So if I go down, you guys are coming with me, damn it. Not this high. It's the sandbar. It's actually a sandbar. We just call it the sandbar because we're cool like that, you know? But sandbar, basically just like shallow water, sand bottom, and as you can see, it is the place to hang out. We, however, are not hanging out. We're just taking a quick stop, gonna anchor for a couple minutes, grab a quick bite, and then be on our way. Assuming we can find somewhere to anchor. I'm thinking maybe down here towards the end. Hopefully it's still shallow enough. It's like a beach, but underwater. Get our snack on? No? All right, we're out of here. So we are leaving the main channel now. We're gonna go on the other side of Big Island, or Boyd's Island, because it's probably gonna be calmer. The other reason we're doing that is we are spending the evening with some family this evening. We had originally planned to stop and like resupply and get fresh food and fresh clothes and stuff here, but because of our delay, it kind of worked out that this would be a good spot to spend the night. So we're gonna be doing that. It'll give us time to like do some laundry, have some showers, cause damn. Check out the machines, check out the oil and all that, make sure everything is on the up and up, and we'll be good to go first thing tomorrow morning. So we're gonna get there, and then we'll see you once we get there. All right, everybody, that is the end of day number 4. As I said, we are spending this evening at the family's place. It gave us an opportunity to do some dishes, do some laundry, take a look at the machines, make sure everything is on the up and up, and everything is on the up and up, which is fantastic news. So tomorrow we do want to try to get as close to Lake Simcoe as possible before the end of the day. That'll give us a chance to cross it early in the morning as possible the following day. Hopefully the weather will be good. Earlier in the day, you're less likely to have high winds, which results in big waves on Lake Simcoe. So that's the plan for tomorrow. We're going to see how that pans out. But until that time, thank you so much for watching this episode. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. And we will see you next time. Next time on Explorations. We are up bright and early this morning to try and catch the first loch in Bobcaygeon, going up from Pigeon Lake to Sturgeon Lake. We got a little bit of a distance to cover today, a handful of lochs we got to get through. Keep on motoring and everything should work out great.